This is just a quick look at another rare opportunity to look at a shrink-wrapped game, an older shrink-wrapped game, in this case France 1944, the Allied Crusade in Europe. This was an old Victory Games design from 1986. Mark Herman was the designer on this, and I ordered it online, on eBay, and actually didn't realize that it was shrink-wrapped. So again, like most of these old classic games that have shrink wrap on them, there's no way to know if that's the original shrink wrap or if a retailer re-shrink wrapped a used game. In this case, the condition of the box suggests that if it's not the original shrink wrap, it's certainly been preserved very well, because there's no really shelf wear on it or anything. The only thing that suggests its age would be, maybe the coloring might be slightly faded, but it's possible it's just the painting. I don't know. The artwork. Anyway, we'll go ahead and take the shrink off and take a look. See what's inside. Because this box is in unused shape, sometimes these older boxes, if the box is, if they've been sitting on a shelf for long enough without shrink wrap, the box will be bowed out enough that you can just lift the lid right off. This one is definitely, there's no bowing at all on the box. It is literally brand new. It's just like perfect condition. A couple of dice, rules. These are, if I can get them out of the box, again, there's no bowing on this box, so it's hard to move around in it. Not used to that with the old games. Rules are fairly typical for Victory games of the era. In fact, these rules look exactly like the Pacific War rules in terms of having the numbered paragraph sections and then reference indexes at the bottom of the page, and having the L and R designation with page numbers actually in the middle of the pages. That was just like Pacific War. But not a significantly thick or lengthy rule book, although the pages, the 2-column format makes some pretty dense with text pages. Here's the player notes. Victory special rules. Combat ratio computation table. That thing's kind of awe-inspiring. Looks like something out of an insurance policy. Counters. Not a lot of counters. 130. There you go. Half a counter sheet. Which is always nice. Sometimes you're in the mood for something a little lighter. And unlike a lot of the Victory counters of the time, these are a little more readable than, say, the Hell's Highway counters, which were sort of shrunken into all the info was shrunken into the center of the counter in microscopic text. This is pretty good, kind of bold-faced, clear information, fonts and numbers and so forth on the counters. So seems to look okay. Double-sided map. Pretty hard to unfold this. Those are sharp creases on there. One-handed, even sharper creases than usual on a Victory Games map, which were always that sort of heavier stock that was prone to pooching. This is one that if you weren't going to use plexi on it, you definitely need to backfold considerably. I usually use plexi on my paper maps, though. So there's no issue with pooching. But in typical good quality Victory Games map, and the map really occupies the single section in the center here, and then kind of the outer folds are really all charts. So this was from the era of lots of charts on maps. Doesn't really exist anymore. Most of the charts for games like these have now been offloaded to player aids. There are in fact no player aids in this game because what's left of the box is a counter tray. So, and unlike a lot of the SPI games of the era that stuck some paper reference charts in the middle of the manual, we don't really have that here. The only thing in the manual is this actuarial or combat ratio computation table at the back of the rules book. So, fairly simple in terms of contents, I believe. Just looking through, see if there's a contents list. My box is so tight, I can't even get it to fit back together. That is rare for a 30-year-old game. Yeah, that's it. 130 pieces, map sheet, rules book, dice, tray. So, very simple package here for France 1944. One reason probably why you can find this one fairly cheaply, even in brand new condition like this. I think I paid $25 for it. So, and that's actually on the higher end of what you would typically pay for this title, and that was just because of the condition that it was in. So, you can find good punched players copies for $10 or $15 probably if you look hard enough. So there we have it. Mark Herman's France in 1944 from Victory Games.